Hello there, kia ora. Yesterday, Nicotine Willis, our finance minister, decided to release her mini budget, a moment so momentous that the Prime Minister was in Australia meeting their Prime Minister. Anyway, this mini budget is really a stepping stone towards the big budget next year. It's a kind of realignment for the new government on how they're going to spend their money. And she was very clear with its release what the aim is here. It's to be able to deliver those tax cuts that the National Party promised. It's mentioned several times in interviews and press releases. And to be fair, that's what they've campaigned on and that's what they're working towards. Remember, those are the tax cuts that for the highest earners was going to be really good, or if you were a landlord with multiple properties, that's going to be so good because they're backdating it. Those tax cuts that are worth $16 billion to the New Zealand economy, which is like 3 or 4 times the amount that Kiwi Rail was asking for new infrastructure for new ferries. But that's beside the point. Kiwis wanted tax relief, remember? So that's what the party is going for. The lowest income earners, according to the National Party's own calculator, would be getting about $4 a week in tax relief. And Nicola Willis reckons she's found $7.47 billion worth of savings by cutting a whole bunch of stuff from the budget. So, what does that $4 a week for our lowest income earners actually cost us? Well, for a start, let's get Wellington moving. Gone. That's about $2.61 billion worth of investment that comes back in, along with things like work on the fair pay agreements. That's right. Fair pay agreements, safer working conditions, and actual working public transport systems for our second biggest city, gone. But that's okay. $4 a week. There's also $2 billion that she's found from the emissions trading scheme and $2.8 billion from tax and benefit changes. That's where they readjust how benefits are calculated, which was going to work out to be about $30 less a week for people on benefits over, I think, about 12 months' time. So, yay, keeping poor people poor and $4 a week tax cuts. That's part of how she's paying for all of this. But then there's also other things that they're doing, like getting rid of Labour's free childcare extension or half price public transport, the clean car discount, which they keep calling the ute tax, which was never a tax on utes, it was a discount on electric cars, or work on the Resource Management Act reforms, which is an act that's now 30 years out of date and needs to be fixed, or work on the income insurance scheme, which a lot of places outside of New Zealand have, or half price public transport. These are all things that are gone. So the lowest income earners in this country can get a $4 a week tax cut, and landlords can get a lot more. Millionaires, like the Prime Minister, can get a heap more in tax cuts because that's what the goal is here. That's what it costs us. Feels like it costs us a lot more than $4 a week.